שלומית בונה סוכה מוארת וירוקה על כן היא עסוקה היום.
Welcome to our show, Srulik Basukkah, where all the interesting questions you have will finally be answered. In our show, we will get an exclusive sneak peek into the minds of Tannenbaum Chat's most intriguing people. I'm Mitchell Simon, your host. Our first Ushpizin today is a father of 8, ex-paratrooper of the IDF, and also known as the Jewish Santa. Welcome, Rabbi Gamara.
Hello.
And our second Ushpizin is a father of 7, speaks 4 different languages. He lived in the Ukraine for 8 years, got married in Amsterdam, and now lives right here in Canada. Welcome to Rabbi Mandel.
Shalom.
Rabbi Mandel, what are the 4 languages you speak?
I speak English, Hebrew, Yiddish, and Russian.
Fantastic. We'll start up with a warm-up question. Rabbi Mandel, what is your favorite Israeli food? A, shakshuka. Don't get your answer yet. B, falafel. C, shawarma. D, bamba.
Shawarma.
Fantastic choice, and on to you, Rabbi Gemara.
I think I agree. Shawarma is my favorite one.
There wasn't a right answer, but if there was, that was the right answer. Now we'll move on to our next question. This time we'll start with Rabbi Gemara. The school board decided to send a group of students to Israel for a week. What highlights would you want them to visit?
I would like them to be in an army base. I think that they should maybe visit another high school to see the differences between Chat and some other high schools. I would certainly take them for a few wonderful spots in Israel, like to see how Israel actually contains beautiful deserts, rivers, mountains. So this would be very important, and obviously I would love them to see the Kotel and Yerushalayim and everything that they represent in Jewish history.
Okay, and now same question to you, Rabbi Mandel.
I would, first of all, Shabbat in Jerusalem would be a must. That's where they need to spend Shabbat, preferably in the Old City. And I agree with Rabbi Gemara. We need to show them the diversity, not only of the geography of Eretz Israel, from Eilat to Metula, the whole gamut, but also the diversity of the people. I'd love them to meet everybody from the Druze to the secular, to the religious, to the Haredim, to the Olim Chadashim, to the Vatikim. I think it's a real eye opener to actually get to meet people, and if they can do that in a school setting, that would be great as well.
Thank you. Now, our challenge portion. Taking turns, name an IDF unit. Keep going until one of you pauses for 5 seconds or repeats the unit's name that was already used. Now we'll start with Rabbi Mandel.
Hasbara.
Givati.
What's that one up on the hill over there?
Game over.
Now, the most important challenge of them all. It's time to check who shakes the lulav better. As you can see, we have gloves on. There's a rumor that Rabbi Mandel has larger hands than Kawhi Leonard. He wanted the extra large gloves, but we're ready for the lulav shaking.
We approach this one before the bracha, and then after the bracha we do that. We attach the aravot to the etrog to show that every Jew is together with the other one, no matter what. And then we are doing the following: one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Be careful not to touch the scarf. And one here. And that's it.
Fantastic form.
So I really like Rabbi Gemara's demonstration over here. I'm just going to add that when we make the brachot, we start with the pitom of the etrog downwards, so that we don't actually do the mitzvah before we make the bracha. We make the bracha, turn the etrog right side up. Also, with my expertise at this building, I know that this direction is east, which is the direction that we should be facing when we start shaking the lulav. And also to add to what Rabbi Gemara said, first of all, you mentioned that you do one here, but you did actually three times, which is correct. So you shook it well, but you didn't count right. So
I'm bad in math.
there we go.
I know that's a lie.
And otherwise, exactly as Rabbi Gemara said, and one of the other symbolisms that Rabbi Gemara didn't mention is that we go all around from east to south, to west, to north, up and down to symbolize that God is all around us.
Brad Gamara and Ryan Mandel for joining us today. We can't wait to see you guys, the audience, next episode on Srulik Basukkah. I'm your host, Mitchell. That's a wrap.
Thank you very much. It was very lovely.
Come on in the sukkah now.
Into the sukkah,
Get on under the sky.
under the sun.
Come on, invite the Ushpis in now.
Avram Avinu,
You gotta open your heart.
open wide.
I'm loving, I'm
The
Yisrael.
Jewish people.
We're all together.
איזה יחידות יש?
גבעתי גולני, צנחנים, סיירות, שקד, סיירת רימון, כמובן חיל הים דולפין, לוויתן, חיל אוויר יש לנו להק שחף, להק ארי, להק נשר.